Many thanks to the EA Credit Network for the giveaway codes for the Peacemaker Grange Mudroom and CrypticSim Essential Glam Creator Kits, and for the giveaways. Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to my overview of both kits. I will go over the details of the giveaway at the end of the video. So we're going to start with the Peacemaker Grange Mudroom kit, which is a build buy kit, and then I'm going to cover the CrypticSim Essential Glam kit, which is a CAS kit, actually specifically for makeup. So with this Peacemaker Grange Mudroom kit, there are 25 items that come with the kit. 23 of them are in buy mode and the other 3 are build mode, being 2 wallpapers and 1 flooring. So starting with this, we have this Grange Firm bench seat, which has 10 swatches. Most of the items have 10 swatches, so there's a few with more and a few with less, but the majority have that, and they're obviously in similar swatches. Then we have the Grange hallway table, and I'm just sort of showing you there. You can see the swatches, plus I have them laid out. The Grange inaccessible cover, because it's closed, I guess. And then we have the Grange inaccessible cluttered cupboard, which that one you can put some things on. We have the Needing a Trellis trailing plant, which is small but doesn't have like actually a small footprint compared to the size of it, but which we'll take a look at that. What a lovely bunch of hydrangeas, and you can see the prices too because I'm showing it even though I haven't mentioned it. An archway for your thoughts, which is a mirror, and it's quite nice. And we have sorted out later pile of mail, so more clutter. Then we have this plop down somewhere, keys and glasses, and leaving my shoes here. Splishy splash gum boots. We have a hideaway that clutter basket, which actually matches the baskets that are in the second item here, this Grange hallway table, or it seemed to me. We have the magic word shoe frame, and we have this handy dandy bag. We have a Glam hallway rug, I should say. And these hooks were made for hanging, hat edition. And these hooks were made for hanging, obviously without a hat, so it's not the hat edition. And then we have this Botanical Wonders of the World, which goes on the wall. And then from the stable to the room, from the stable to the home sconce, obviously it's a light. And then we have the Grange sideboard, the Grange everything on display closet, because you can put things in it, and then the Grange storage closet, which is closed. Now we're going to take a quick look over here. So in the wall patterns, there is a wallpaper. So this floralish wallpaper, and then the other one is paneling. So it's the good old bead and board paneled wall, and the wallpaper in the paneling matches the wallpaper in the wallpaper. And then for the floor, we have, I believe it's stone. Yeah, just had to figure out where the stone was. And so we have as hard as stone flooring, so you can see the swatches for that. And I do have everything laid out. So this here, I'm going to go back here. This is the bench, and I have it laid out with the Grange hallway table, so you can see that it matches. And then I have the little containers that I said, they're not in the same order. So this one is the first one when you put it out, but it doesn't like match this basket. The one that matches that basket is, I think this one right here. So it's this color. Even the material matches it. So this one actually does look like it goes with this one here, but I'm only putting them out. So these you can put, this has a spot for 3 things, whereas this table here mostly has for 2 of these size items. And so it's nice with the little cushions and like the little, towel scarves or whatever hanging out or whatever that is. And then you can see the mirrors there that I have at the back. And then here's the cupboards up here. So all the colors obviously match. So you have these beside each other and you can sort of see how they fit together. And then again, we have like the various clutters, and here's the little purses, and we're going to turn, and the pictures here that were there. So the baskets, these pictures, and the purses. I have more stuff elsewhere. Someone's coming to visit my Sims, and I just put some stuff on here so you can sort of see how things fit on there. There's the light. There is this Grange sideboard is that, and then you have the Grange everything on display closet, and then this is the Grange storage closet with the different swatches that you can see, which match the other ones too. And like I said, I just had put some items, like, so here's the picture, and this is where I was like, you can only, like, there's only room for 2, whereas you saw the other one had 3 items across it. But these are smaller, so they can fit in the middle, as you can see. And same with this. It seems kind of like it's a bigger footprint than what you'd think for that size, but it's still smaller than some of the other footprints of things. Here is, we're going to go over a bit more. It's near the front, but before we get there, we do have the wall covering. So these are all the wall swatches. So like I said, there's the paneling with the wallpaper, and you can see completely matches. Let me just, it's the way my mouse is, you can't see the colors well. So I'm going to move my mouse so that you can see the colors, but I can't actually go over it because it'll like wash it out like it was showing. But so you can see the different swatches and how the wallpaper for just the wallpaper matches there. And then on the floor, and we've looked at that. So here are the stone colors that we have from the kit. And then here are the carpets, which this is just matching their main floor is down below. So I'm having to go with like the shape of the build. So this is the lot that I always use for doing my kits, but usually I do it in the basement. But right now I'm like on an empty top floor that I had here already, but because I have an area outside for some stuff. So there's the carpets, and then I had to swing these around so that they fit in this space. And then here is like more of the clutter. So here's all these little ones. And what's different is obviously the pots for those. The plants look pretty similar, though this looks like it's maybe a little lighter green. So maybe there's light green and dark green. Then you have this, and then there's the male sitting there. And it'll make very good for like cluttering and setting up, you know, your mudroom, like they say, or just even if you don't have a proper mudroom and just have like a front door area, it would work for that. And there's these glasses and keys, there's the shoes and the gum boots, and there's the things on the wall, which I have beside each other so you can see they kind of match and you can line them up. So there's the one with the hat and without the hat, and all the colors that they come in together. And then here's this one. I actually quite like this one with the frames on the wall with the, you know, the nature and whatnot. I probably tend to use things that go on the wall more than I do clutter. So I could see me using these, and I use carpets a lot. But I think they all make a good addition for setting up, like I said, your entry area. Or if you have a specific mudroom, I don't tend to put those in my Sims houses, but I do have entry areas, so I could use it for that and elsewhere too. So that's everything from this kit. I'm going to move along to the CrypticSim. Actually, before we go into CrypticSim, we're going to take a look at what is in the kit at a high level. This is what I got from the EA app. So there are 27 items in total, of which 26 are makeup items and 1 is skin detail, i.e. freckles. So now we're going to take a look at what everything looks like in CrypticSim with my sim, starting with those skin details. So there are 3 different variations or swatches of those freckles, and then we're going to move along to the eye category, or eyeshadow as I would call it. So there are 6 of those in total, 6 different like variations, and then within that they have all their many swatches, and then within all those swatches you have the ability to obviously adjust the hue and saturation and the opacity and whatnot. And then I would expect you can save them. I didn't actually try changing them because there was already so much there as it was, because there's a lot that I never even felt the need to change them, but obviously you can do that. But given the other stuff is there, I expect that's, and I see a plus there, so it is there. So you can see there's many different looks, so I would think this would suit many different skin tones and types. I don't really put makeup on my Sims that much, but I could see me using some of this more than I do. And now we're moving on to the eyeliner. So for that, there are 5 different sort of, you know, looks for the eyeliner, and then within that they obviously have their own swatches, again with the ability to change the, you know, the shade and the hue and the opacity and whatnot. So it really does expand greatly, especially if, like me, I don't use makeup very much, but I can see me using this more, and I don't use custom content. So for me, this is a good way to add more things. There were no eyelashes. I just quickly showed that. Now we're moving on to the cheeks, or as I would call it, sort of blush. And so for that, there are 3 with various swatches. And then again, same thing. You can adjust all the details like you can with any other makeup. So it also expands it, given how little you can see there is to start with. Adding 3 is a lot to add to it. And then for the lips or lipstick, I guess it's just lips because it's not necessarily all lipstick, there's 8 that it adds. And then within that, all the different shades and whatnot, one of which is just sort of like, seems like it would be a gloss on it. This one here, I think, is the one that just is different things, and I don't actually notice it very much on this particular sim, but maybe it's like, I think I tried it on a different sim and I still didn't. But like I said, I'm not really a makeup person, so I'm probably not, don't know as much about it. But yeah, it definitely does expand. Even with this, we had a decent amount of lipstick, but 8 does add a lot more variety to the lips too. And it takes a little bit to go through it because of all of the different ones. And that is the final one, I think. Yes, it is. And then we're going to go on. We have the face paint or full face. So there's 4 of those. So, and one of which is actually has little different beauty spots in different spots. And the rest just, I guess, is what it is. And then that is it. And we're back to her original look, which is based off the makeup that came with the kit. I used various things when I was creating her. Now, the details of the giveaway are as follows. The giveaway is open across all platforms, i.e. computer, Windows, Mac, EA app, and Steam. The latter is for Windows only, PlayStation, and Xbox. The draw will be at random. Only 1 entry per person is allowed. To enter, complete the giveaway form linked in the description below, and it will also be in the pinned comment. The giveaway requires all of the following information. If any is missing, you will not be included in the draw, and there will be 2 links because it's for 2 giveaways. So we have your preferred platform, i.e. the EA app, Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox. Your YouTube handle. This will be used in the random draw and publicly shared when I announce the results of the random draw, which will include the winner, of course. The method with which I can contact you and the related ID for that site with which I can reach you. This can be any of email, Blue Sky, Facebook, Twitter /X, Discord, or Instagram. And then my contact details for all of those methods will be in the description below. So the giveaway closes Tuesday, September 9th at 4 p.m. Eastern. Check your messages and my community page later Tuesday evening to see if you have won. If you comment below, I'll also respond to your comment to let you know that you've won. If you're the winner, respond to my message by 4 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, September 10th. And for fun, comment your favorite thing from the kits. I'd love to know. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!